That seems like a good segue now for another game we like to call over-under. Over-under.
If anyone knows anything about over and under, Petey, this is your session. No, listen. In all seriousness, I like. What's your question?
You want to answer it? I didn't even answer the question. Let's go Nationals. 91.5 wins over-under for the Nationals.
I like over because they have two MVP candidates in Bryce Harper and Trey Turner. Both of them are going to have big years.
I like over on that. I do.
Over 91.5, Frank, or under?
93, 94.
Wow. Nationals. How about the Orioles? The number for the Orioles, 79.5. Frank, start with you.
Over. I like the Orioles a little bit better than that.
Oh, they're better than 500 bucks. No question about it.
Yeah, I think they're 90.
Really?
Way over.
Way over. Okay, next we got the Cardinals at 83.5. Alex, what do you got?
I like over.
Under.
Over.
You like under, so nobody in the Central other than the Cubs is going to be good.
I just don't think so. I don't see it. I just think it's one of the weakest divisions right now, other than the Cubs.
Yeah, they've got
That's
a lot
why
of
they
veteran
dominate.
pitchers who are coming back from stuff. Got to try and prove some people wrong. Red Sox, it's a pretty high number, Frank. Red Sox are at 92.5. Over or under?
Over. I like
Really?
The Red Sox to be 95, 96.
Ooh. Pete?
I think the Red Sox will go over. And by the way, Frank says over on everybody.
So far, that's the trend. 92. That's 92.5.
You know, with David Price healthy, Pete, I think is an easy over. But with him hurt a little bit, I'm going to go under.
Mets 88.5. You know, the Mets were really banged up last year, and they still made the wild card. 88.5. Alex, start with you.
I like over.
I like under.
I like over. I saw
think
David
the
Wright
Mets got a
yesterday.
good ball.
Not David Wright, excuse me.
You went under?
No, I went over.
Went over. Hey, listen, they were banged up with their pitching last year, and they still did what they did. Now, what if they're healthy this year? And they could rival the Indians for the best staff in the game, no?
If they're healthy, they can win a lot of ball games. They can find themselves in their contention again against the Cubs.
You're not feeling it.
No, I'm not feeling it. The Mets got a good ball club, but 88's a lot of wins.
Astros, Frank, 91.5. Over, under.
Seems about right. I'm going to go under. 90 wins again.
He went under.
I think they're going to. I'll take under because they can't beat Texas.
No.
They can't beat the.
Last 2 years they
I
haven't.
mean, they need to beat in their division.
Are they a little overrated, do you think? Everybody loves the Astros.
That ballpark's so hard to play in. It's a great hitter's ballpark. It's a bad pitcher.
Well, they got rid of that stupid Towles Hill, which is
Yeah, but they're still
really good.
good.
Kevin, I like the Astros for several reasons. They have great young prospects. Which they're a year older.
Sure.
I also like the addition of Beltran and McCann. However, their starting pitching concerns me.
Is it over or under?
Under.
Okay. 10 and
You don't like them that much, did it? They're going under.
Wait, yeah, what were they? 10 and what against the Rangers? Hold on, I'm getting
Unbelievable.
More than that.
messages in our stat,
It was
man.
more
10
than
and
that.
28 against the Rangers last 2 years.
Wow.
That is just
That
double.
man's on top of it.
Alex, Giants 87.5.
I never bet against the Giants. I'm going to go over.
Petey?
Why are you talking about betting now? Over. Giants got to go
Over. Strong starting staff and a new closer in Melanson. I like them over.
Hey, that Matt Moore trade at the end of last year was nice. That staff is really good. The Mariners are always seemingly the trendy pick. I don't know if they could ever actually get over the hill. They haven't been in the playoffs since 01. They're 85.5, Frank.
Over.
You like them?
I like that
Win
lineup.
the division or no?
I like them. It's going to be close. I think we finished second in the division.
Over.
He
Pete?
knows he's a great player, but they're going to go under.
Alex?
85.
85.5 for your old club.
Well, I'm a big Robinson Cano fan. I'm going to go over, and I say he has an MVP year to lead them to the postseason.
Yeah, they got some lineup, and they got
Nelson
Gene
Cruz.
Segura, too. I mean, that's
MVP year last year.
no joke. Alex, start with you. Let's go to the Rockies. This is the road one. 80.5 for the Rockies.
One of the best players at third base, but I'm going to go under.
Arenado, maybe an MVP this year.
Under.
Under 80.
Under.
Everybody's not feeling the Rocky Mountain stuff. All right, we got to
shape.
finish up with the Cincinnati Reds. Pete, we have to start with you on the Reds.
Petey.
The number, 70.5.
Under, and I'm afraid the Reds are playing the Phillies on opening day. Nobody's going to win.
They just keep going. They just keep going. Frankie?
Under.
Oh, my gosh, it's going to be that bad of a year.
Depleted that team.
Can we talk a moment about that merger in Miami with J-Lo and A-Rod?
There is no over-under for that. There is no over-under for that. Do you have an over-under?
That is a merger.
What we call it earlier?
What are you blushing about?
Kevin, can we get a break?
The first hour of our time together. Didn't take long, brother. Didn't take long. You're just going to skip the Reds, right? Let's start with the Cubbies. They are 95.5, Alex. Cubs over under 95.5 wins.
Under, a little hangover.
Little hangover, Petey. What do you think?
Over, best team in baseball.
Over. 97.
They won 103 last year, so we'll see if they can get that. How about the White Sox? Frank, we'll start with your White Sox, 68.5. I mean, boy, Vegas thinks they are going to just be awful.
Over.
He has to say over, doesn't he?
Over.
Pete,
I guess he does.
what do you have to say?
Because I live in Vegas, under.
Under.
I don't like the White Sox.
You will in 2 years.
Well, we're talking about 17. Ask me that question in 2 years.
All right, well, that's down the road. How about the White Sox, Alex? 68.5.
I like over.
I like the over for the White Sox. The Arizona Diamondbacks. They are a team that plays in the division with the Dodgers, with the Giants. Their number, Alex, is 77.5. Arizona getting over that number?
I like them a little healthier this year. Zach Greinke's going to hopefully have a big year for them. Over.
Ooh, all right. Diamondbacks may be closer to 500. Pete, what do you think?
I'll say they're a 500 team. 81-81.
All right, so that's over. Frank?
Around 80. Over.
I like the Diamondbacks to be decent. Toronto Blue Jays, kind of fascinating. They lose Encarnacion. Obviously, we know what they've done in the playoffs the last couple of years. Frank, their number is 84.5 for the Blue Jays. How do you peg them this year?
I like that number. But I'll say under. Losing that one.
Little step down.
Yes.
Agreeing with him.
Alex?
Under.
I like over. Expect Batista to come back and have a big year this year.
Who?
Pitching's
Who's
still
coming
good.
back?
Yeah,
Pitch is good.
Batista.
Batista.
I think the Blue Jays are still good. I think they're going to still make the number.
Health.
We'll see. How about the Atlanta Braves playing in that shiny new stadium in Cobb County? A lot of luxury suites in that puppy.
Wow.
75.5 is the number for the Atlanta Braves, Alex. What do you think?
The problem is Chipper Jones is still not playing.
Correct.
So I'm going to go under.
John Smoltz works for us.
Yeah.
He doesn't play there either.
And Hank Aaron's not playing anymore.
Also true.
Under. They can't win 75 games.
My hometown Braves. I'm going over. They did a lot with this team this year. They made a lot of moves. Shiny new stadium. There'll be some motivation there.
All right.
Well, you in the military, you got more hometowns than anybody ever seen in my life.
Georgia, Pete. I'm from Georgia.
You know, Frank, he's big in Chicago.
Yes.
He's big everywhere.
And Georgia, too.
All right, let's go to the Indians. The World Series team from last year. Frank, 93.5 for the Cleveland Indians.
Over.
Oh, yeah, over.
Easy one?
Did Frank tell you we went on a 4-week diet and lost 28 days?
Hey, 18 pounds. Going strong.
Hey, listen.
What's
he is
wrong,
looking,
Alex?
He is
Going
looking
strong,
swell.
Petey. It's coming.
How many hours on the bike, Frank?
At least an hour a day.
Listen.
Hour a day.
Listen.
Hour a day.
If I stuck him with a pin, he'd whistle for 4 weeks.
Hey. Take it easy.
Hey,
Take it easy.
those suits are looking good. I don't
Take it
even- What was the
easy.
question? Anybody know the question? Indians, 93.5.
I would say under.
I don't know how you even respond after that conversation. The Philadelphia Phillies. They are young. They're trying to rebuild. They don't have Utley anymore. Howard's still there. So, yeah, they got some work to do. 72.5, Alex, for the Phillies. Over, under.
I'm going to say because they have Larry Bowa, I'm going to go over.
They're going to have one of the worst records in baseball. And I'm a Philly fan. I played for the Phillies. But they just don't have a good team. They're trying, but they don't
That's
have a good
60 wins? What is that, Pete?
72, under.
Okay. Wow. Frank?
I'm good at
I like the young core hitters.
Yeah.
I'm going to say around 75. I'm going to go over.
All right. By the way, Howard's not there anymore. I was just taking it back. Rui's not there anymore. Jimmy Rowell, they're all not there.
Right.
Okay. So that's the idea about the Phillies. Let's go to the New York Yankees. 83.5, an interesting number. We got to start with you, Mr. Spring Training Advisor.
I'm going to say over, and I'm going to say this. They will surprise a lot of people. There's a lot more talent than people are giving them credit for.
It's an interesting number, Pete.
I'm going to
83.5.
say under because of that division. They're in a tough division.
Maybe the best division in baseball.
I agree with
You
that.
just don't like the Yankees.
I love the Yankees.
How many teams do you like?
Is there something bad about loving people?
All love. Pete's just dishing love around. Frank, what do you think about that number for the Yanks?
I'm going to say over. I like the energy, the young energy they had in last year. I like Joe Girardi with young players. I'm going to say around 85 wins for the Yankees.
Okay, so over 2. All right. And so the young gun's going to do their thing. The lowest over-under in Vegas is the San Diego Padres. Pete, they're at 67.5. Padres win 68 games. Over-under. What are we doing here?
They did a good job at the All-Star game last year. That's all I can say.
They have a nice
City did a
stadium.
great job. They got a great stadium.
Really nice stadium.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to win many games either in that division against the Giants and against the Dodgers.
Under.
You hate to say that.
Under?
Great beaches. Under.
Pacific Beach, fantastic. Coronado.
Great
Team, not
beaches.
so much. Orioles. I'm sorry, the Royals. Let's go 74.5 for the Kansas City Royals. They're kind of a transitional phrase, aren't they, Frank? With the Royals still got some of those guys from the World Series, but
Still got a great young core.
Yep.
And they're getting older. They're all free agents this year. I like the Royals because of that. 80 wins, 82 wins for the Royals because those guys are fighting for contracts.
I think they'll go over 74, but Hosmer's in a tough position because he's already told the people he's leaving. Now they put pressure on himself to have a great year to demand a big-time contract. So we'll see what kind of guy that Hosmer's really made out of.
He's one of my favorite players in baseball and one of the most underrated superstars. He's also a Miami kid. I like over.
got to go Miami kid. You got to go over. You got to stick with the family here, right?
305.
How about the Los Angeles Dodgers? They have the second most wins in the National League, 94.5 for the LA Dodgers. Pretty big number, Alex. What do you think?
That's an under.
That's hard to win 95 games, Pete, right?
Alex knows what he's talking about. That's an under.
Under.
He don't know what he's talking about, but he does.
Yeah, Frank was pretty confident in that one.
Who
How about
told
the
you
Oakland
that
A's? Frank, let's go with your former guys. The Oakland A's are 74.5 for wins. Over under that for them this year.
I think they'll go over. Billy Beane knows how to find a way to win in the regular season. I'll go 78 to 80 wins for Oakland A's.
Is Billy Beane playing now?
He puts that team
That's
together.
that
Is he
No.
playing outfield now? Really?
Nope.
He
Not
puts
anymore.
that team together.
Moneyball don't work, Frank.
Regular season it does.
Moneyball does not work.
You don't. So in other words, you don't
Under.
like- Alex, A's.
I'm going to go over.
Over for the A's. All right. A little controversy.
Are we going to
No.
keep track of this so I can?
I got news for you.
Hey, Rod knows.
I don't think this
Oakland
is ever
City
airing.
Final.
I don't know. Is this even going to
For
make the
year.
air? I'm not even sure. We're just doing it. So no, the answer is no. No way in the world is anybody keeping track of this. So say whatever you want. I certainly don't
'cause
care.
I want these guys to know how bad they are when we start analyzing.
Where are we going next? Let's go to the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates are 82.5. Pete, you like Andrew McCutchen so much. Is he going to carry the Pirates to 83 wins?
No.
Oh,
No, that's an under.
that was kind of a bummer of an answer. I thought you were
I
gonna
love
be all
Andrew
in.
McCutchen, but I don't like the Pirates.
Okay. Alex, what about the Pirates?
I like Andrew. I think he's going to have an MVP type season. And like the Pirates, win closer to 88 games, so over.
88 games.
Yeah. Pittsburgh coming back this year.
Over.
I feel it.
You like the Pirates too?
Still got
Frank?
the best outfield in baseball. These guys will find a way to
I
win
hate
at
to
least
say this
86,
to you, Alex.
87 ball games.
I've never ever thought I'd say these words again. You want to bet?
Why don't we leave that for after the cameras are done?
Yes.
Let's do that. The Minnesota
88,
Twins.
the Pirates?
Listen, I'm not making the lines. I'm just reading it. How about the Twins? 75.5. Who made that line, Frank?
Under.
I agree. Under.
Under.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one for Minnesota.
Great young players, but they're not ready yet.
Yeah.
How many teams are in baseball? 90?
I think it's infinite. We might actually do the NHL after this. I'm not even sure.
What's
the
the over-under in
Rangers.
Santo Domingo? What's
Texans-
the over-under in Israel? I mean, what's the over-unders in these things?
We actually are going to do Little League teams when this is all said and done. Let's go to Williamsport. No, the Rangers, 84.5. Alex, let's start with you. Texas Rangers.
Over.
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 That's too good of a lineup, right?
It's a low line. I like them to win over 90.
Why does nobody like the Rangers as much as in the past? Hamels and Darvish at the top of that rotation? What am I missing?
Nothing.
Okay. How about the Marlins? Always on the move. 76.5 for the Miami Marlins. Obviously coming off the tragedy with Fernandez. We go to Miami's own Alex Rodriguez.
First of all, Miami's a great city.
Oh, please.
They're hosting the All-Star game, so I'm going to go over.
How many tourism spots are you going to do from Miami when we do the All-Star game? Just out of curiosity.
I'm hosting a party, fellas.
Yeah, there we go. Petey, what do you think, Marlins?
They got to win 77 games? No way.
Okay. So that's
Come on, Alex.
That's a number.
305. I'm a little biased.
Frank?
Under. 73, 74.
Close.
Right there, yeah.
All right. The Angels. We talked a little bit about them on our baseball preview show. The Angels are at 80.5, Frank. Are they going to be a 500 team essentially or below? That's what we're asking you.
Yes. Over. Got Mike Trout and Albert Pujols. I'm still going to say they're going to win ball games.
Okay.
They will go under.
The Sosha. Doing the Sosha. What do you think about the Angels,
I
Alex?
think Mike Scioscia is still one of the best managers in the game. I'm going to go over.
Over. Okay, how about the Milwaukee Brewers? They got some good young players. A lot of questions, especially with pitching. Alex, they're at 69.5. Over/under for the Brewers.
I'm going to go under.
Under.
I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to go over.
You're going
I've watched
over.
them 5 times this spring. They got a great young nucleus of ball players. I think they might be one of the upset teams in the National League.
It just occurred to me while we're doing it. Is this the longest segment in television?
Yes, it is.
I feel like this is the longest segment ever.
We had
Ever.
28 teams. He's got 27 overs.
He does.
can hit, Petey.
Everybody's
I've
going to
watched
win.
them 5 times. They
All right,
can
let's
hit.
go. We got 2 more teams. The Detroit Tigers are 83.5. Frank, what do you think about the boys from Motown?
Over. They're still competitive. I think they 86, 87. Somewhere in there.
Any team with Verlander and Cabrera, I like that over.
Yeah, I think I agree with you guys on that one. The last one is the Rays. They are at 78.5 for the Tampa Bay Rays. Alex, we'll start with you, our final team.
I am going to go, because they're a Florida team, a hair over.
Pete?
Under.
Under.
Over/under on this segment going 15 minutes long. Over. That'll do it for us. We're done.